First and foremost, we're trying to build young men and women. That's really what we're trying to do. Our job is to make sure you find your path and get to that point. Be dedicated to something, show up every day, put the work in, do the right thing, so they can take that next step, and whatever that step is for them, that's all that matters.
I run a travel lacrosse program in Minnesota. It's very high level and it's a major commitment, year-round programming. I think coming up with a customizable training model that's applicable to Minnesota lacrosse players has been the biggest thing. We have multi-sport athletes here. We have players really focused on winter sports, and we have to be able to support those multi-sport athletes, but make sure we're offering them consistent opportunities to develop in lacrosse. The model that we've created here is what's led to significant success.
I think we provide the best opportunity in Minnesota in regards to that. Like I said, we have a ton of coaches who've played NCAA, coach high school, coach college, and we're really a one-stop shop for that coaching resource. Having experience on the East Coast, playing lacrosse at a high level, winning national championships in my college career, and also coaching and having success, I wanted to make sure that we brought that experience back to Minnesota.
Well, I first out of college, I was playing professional lacrosse in the MLL, and I was working a normal 9-to-5 job. And then Dan reached back out to me, and I had played for True Lacrosse when they first came to Minnesota. So when he had offered the job, I was in this 9-to-5 job that I didn't like. I decided that, this is a great opportunity, something I have fun doing. And so coming back, I have all these things that I feel like a lot of coaches around the area didn't have. So when I come in every day, I try to bring and teach kids stuff that no one really else can in Minnesota. So bringing kind of that high level coaching, all those things, I'm trying to kind of build Minnesota lacrosse and help grow it to a much higher level.
The other piece of it is that our coaches come back every year and they still enjoy it and they want to keep coming around, and I think that's the culture and the environment that we've developed here that's pretty unique.
The thing that keeps me coming back is every single year our kids improve. So I know what we're doing out on the field and inspiring the kids to work on their own and get better. I know we're making an impact.
First off, we're in Minnesota, so we're inside 10 months out of the year. And so it really gives us a place to, one, comfortably train, but two, kids can show up and it's kind of, again, a one-stop shop. Our coaches are here. Directors are usually always in the building to support our kids on the field. There's not a bigger lacrosse-specific facility in the area. Other programs have to rent out domes, and this is a great resource for us to get kids on the turf and take live reps year-round.
When I was growing up in Minnesota, there was no facility like this, like an indoor facility where you can come in 24/7. When I was growing up, I used to take a net, put it in front of a snow pile, and shoot for hours on end. And if there was something like this, I don't think I would have ever left.
Teaching work ethic, leading by example, being on time for practice, be respectful to the kids that you're coaching too. There's a time or a place to be hard on them, but then there's a time to, put your arm around them, kind of bring them in and inspire them in ways.
We want to make sure that these kids are confident, right? Not just with their lacrosse skills, but when they go on to a job interview, when they go on to college, they can have confidence because of the things they've learned on the lacrosse field. It's all in the relationships, right? As a coach, as a player, right? If a player doesn't trust you, they're not going to listen to what you have to say. This is what we focus on every single day to make sure that each kid has the best experience that individual kid can have. But you're also going to get pushed really hard, and that's our goal, is to develop each individual kid.
Getting youth kids involved and in love with the sport is something that's really important to us. Throughout the year, we'll provide free opportunities, free clinics for kids just to come out, have a good time, meet our staff, and learn something, a thing or two about the game, and hopefully they leave with a smile on their face and want to come back for more. So that's a big focal point for us, definitely year-round.
We have lessons, we have clinics, we have practices. I think the individual lessons that us directors do with our players shows it, right? We have guys that come in here multiple times a week, working, and from Monday to Wednesday, they're better than they were on Monday, right? And that's not because of the work they did on Monday, it's because what they did when they got home and what they did on Tuesday and then Wednesday before they got there. Our kids are committed to being the best players they can be, and it feels like a family atmosphere out there every single time that we're at practice.
The relationship building aspect from all around, from the coaching to the players in the program, and honestly even the families. As a coach, I feel like that's something that definitely sets True apart, is I know the player and their whole family, so I really kind of have a good understanding of where they come from, so it really truly feels like one big community.
So player development, number one. Number two, the overall experience. You know, we travel out east, we have regional tournaments, our teams become these sort of like pseudo families.
That's where, yeah, college coaches should look at these true Minnesota players, right? Because they're getting better every day and they're focusing on those details and those little skills and then the big picture, right? Putting it all together.
You know, I think the training model is really critical, especially when you get into the recruiting side.
What means something to us is getting a kid recruited to the right school that's the right fit for them. So we want to make sure that they're going to be there all 4 years. So we want to make sure that they're a contributor to the team. They're not just a guy signing up to fill a roster spot and then they're going to leave after a year.
You know, there's an opportunity for everyone, whether you want to play club, NAIA, or if you want to play in the NCAA. You have options all across the board.
So when you join our True Lacrosse program, you know, kind of like an alumni network, you have access to some of the best college coaches in the country and relationships with the best college coaches in the country.
We have full-time coaches in this office from every single major NCAA division.
I've seen players that play that what it takes and kind of what it takes to play at that level. You have a little bit more credibility when you're talking to these coaches saying, hey, this isn't some guy who just wishes this kid is good. Like, I've seen him and I've seen players that have made it, and I think he's either at that level or at that trajectory of being at that level.
I see that progress firsthand, and you can see that development, and it's those stories, right, that are like, that's why I do it. Again, it's more than lacrosse for what I do. It's, I won't say an escape, but everything kind of goes away on the field.
What happens on the field kind of speaks for itself.
That roadmap is what ensures that a player is going to be successful when they move on to the next level. And that's what we offer here. Again, it goes back to hard work, waking up, getting to the field all day, every day, year round, and training and working on your craft with experts.